Welcome back to Generational Gospel, where we explore God's Word one powerful story at a time.
Today, we're diving into the story of Cain and Abel. It's a story of two brothers, but it's not just about sibling rivalry or one big mistake. It's a warning about something far more dangerous: what happens when sin starts to rule your heart. Let's explain how it all plays out. Cain and Abel were the first sons of Adam and Eve. Abel was a shepherd while Cain was a farmer. One day, they both brought offerings to God. Abel brought his best flock with firstborn lambs with faith and love. But Cain just brought some of his crops. No real care, no real heart, just a box checked.
God had regard for Abel and his offerings, but for Cain and his offerings, he had no regard.
This leads us to Cain's first sin: unacceptable worship. Cain gave his offering without the right heart attitude. Instead of admitting his sin and turning back to God, Cain got angry, really angry. He couldn't stand that his younger brother had God's favor. That brings us to Cain's second sin: anger. God saw what was happening in Cain's heart and gave him a warning. Sin is crouching at your door. Its desire is the contrary to you, but you must rule over it. God was saying, Cain, be careful, you're in danger. Sin wants to control you, but Cain didn't listen.
And when we let anger sit in our hearts without dealing with it, it doesn't just stay hidden, it grows, giving Satan a stronger grip on our lives and leading us even into greater sin.
And that brings us to Cain's third and most well-known sin: murder. Cain didn't just lash out in that moment. He planned it. He lured his brother Abel out to the field, and there, when there was no one watching, he rose up and killed him. Cain's sin had gone from a wrong offering to unchecked anger. Now it had grown into violence and death. But Cain's rebellion didn't stop there. When God came to him and asked, "Where is your brother Abel?" Cain lied. He said, "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?"
This is Cain's fourth sin: deceit, lying directly to God.
But God knew the truth, because God sees everything. In response, God pronounced a curse on Cain. God told Cain that the ground would no longer grow food for him, no matter how hard he worked. It wouldn't help him anymore, and Cain was also cursed to wander the earth, never having a home or place to rest. Cain responded to God's curse with yet another sin: fear. He said, "My punishment is more than I can bear. Whoever finds me will kill me."
But then, God did something unexpected. Even in judgment, he showed mercy.
God placed a mark on Cain, not to curse him further, but to protect him, saying, "If anyone kills Cain, vengeance will be taken on him sevenfold." This moment reveals something incredible. Even when we rebel, even when we sin deeply, God still reaches out with mercy. But the story doesn't end there. Cain went away from the presence of the Lord and settled in the land of Nod. This is the heartbreaking result of sin: separation from God. This story isn't just about Cain, it's about all of us. We've all sinned. We've all let our pride, anger, and fear lead us away from God. And just like Cain, our sin separates us from his presence. But here's the good news. While Cain walked away, Jesus came near. Jesus took the curse of sin upon himself, dying in our place so we can be restored to God.
Where sin separates, Christ reconciles.
Are you letting sin rule your heart like Cain did? You don't have to stay stuck there. Put your faith in Jesus, the one who sets us free.
Because of Jesus, we can be forgiven and walk with God again. He gives us a new life, full of freedom, peace, and hope.
Thanks for watching Generational Gospel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to hear about the freedom we have in Jesus.
Let's keep spreading the truth of God's Word together. See you next time.